What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Legendary Podcast. I'm your host, Trey Riddick.
And I'm your co-host, Avery Gibson.
As you see, we got mics and everything now, and it's new beginning for some stuff, so...
We're doing it. We're on the rise. Look at these mics. I mean, this is amazing. I feel great. And, I mean, just think things are going to be looking different and better as the time goes on. You know, lights and new mics, and we're going to have stuff in the background, and the camera probably looks a little lopsided right now. We're trying to figure that out. As you can see, I'm looking over here. That's because I've got the laptop over here now because we've got a camera set up to the 4K camera over there. There's also two cameras behind this that are going to be on the opposite sides, facing in on us. Things are going to be great. So, I'm excited. I know he's excited. I'm going to let him do a little bit more talking before we get into the intro, kind of go down kind of what we're going to be doing today, and yeah.
All right, everybody. So, we got MLB. We have a recap of the best moments from the first week, top 5 power rankings. Madness continues. We will be covering our Final Four, 2 finalists, who's going to be the champion. My angry rant as a Duke fan, a little mini rant.
Oh, buddy.
We have a NBA playoff push and everything. It's April Fool's prank that I didn't know about. I would like to be informed. Play-in right around the corner. Who looks prepared to make a run? Rebrand of the Sonics and Vegas expansion draft. We're gonna have a little fun with that, I guess. We're gonna cover 65-game rule, how we think is dumb now that Cade and Ant are officially ruled out for winning any awards. Wemby is at the top of the ladder, and will he win?
Which is kind of confusing, but okay.
And Luka was scheduled for MRI after getting a hamstring injury last night against OKC. And then the Masters are right around the corner. We'll be covering Tiger Woods and who are the front runners for the tournament champion.
We got a lot to talk about today.
And then we'll cover our anniversary stuff since we didn't get to that. And I'm excited. It's going to be a good episode. Let's do it. Once again, I'm your host, Trey Riddick.
I'm your co-host, David Gibson.
And let's walk into this video.
Set to the intro. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the time is here. Finally, we've been waiting we feel like we wait just years and years every single offseason for this. The MLB is officially back. I've got the jersey. He's got the hat. We are so back. 62 games in a season and playoffs. We're ready for it. And this first week has started off an absolute heater. I'm talking all sorts of crazy things we've been witnessing. ABS challenge system has officially been implemented. I mean, we're just seeing everything this week, Trey. And we have a list here compiled for you guys. We're basically going to be covering what we think have been the best and most iconic and just most exciting moments so far throughout the first week of this season. So if you haven't heard of some of these moments, we're here to talk about them. So Trey, why don't you get us started?
All right, starting off with Kevin McConnell's debut. Rookie debut with the Detroit Tigers. He went 4 to 5, knocking in 2 RBIs and 2 doubles while also scoring twice. He's also the 6th player since the 1900s to gain 4 hits in his rookie debut and the youngest Tiger to make the opening day roster since 2003.
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, I gotta say, I saw a little bit of him in spring training, and I listen. A lot of the rookies we've seen this year look great. I picked up that one outfielder off of the Cleveland Guardians for my fantasy team.
I picked up Murakami.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying this might be the deepest and honestly one of the best rookie classes in MLB history that we'll ever see. I think we're seeing a lot of great production from these guys. Seeing his debut and just go and seeing how that played and how that worked out. Kid's got a bright future. I think just making the opening day lineup as a rookie alone is very impressive and something you don't typically see in the MLB, I feel like. It's very common in the NFL and the NBA, obviously. But I feel like in the MLB, it's like they're usually having their guys, like, you know, they're usually having their guys start, I feel like, in the minors before they call them up. Pretty much most of the time. So it's pretty cool just to see all these rookies getting their chances in these opening day lineups and just producing just as well as any other major leaguer can. I mean, if you look at them, some of these guys are putting up better numbers than some of the superstars of our game right now. I mean, Aaron Judge and Acuna together are only batting like 150 so far on the season. So yeah, I mean, I know you, like you said, Murakami. Just these guys are just absolutely producing, and I don't know if you've got any other, rookies that you've been pretty impressed by as of recently, but
None much.
yeah, I mean, Trey hasn't. I mean, you pretty much just watch the Dodgers. I don't blame him. I don't really be. I don't watch. I don't watch a whole lot either. I feel
I
like of other
I
teams.
just watch my team.
I feel like I'd be getting a lot. I've been getting a lot of my information from MLB,
Yeah,
but like I'm totally open to watching other games when they're on. I
me too.
mean, it's not like, oh, like I'm a Braves fan. I only have to watch the Braves. Like I'm open to watching other teams. I just like
I just like to watch my team. Ball is ball. Uh, just like any other sport, it would go. I will watch any other team besides the Lakers and the Knicks. I will watch any other team besides the Giants and the Raiders.
pretty much.
Ball is ball.
Yeah. And so getting past that, I mean, just really talk about McGonagall and just his amazing debut. But I think this was kind of a topic for just all rookies and our excitement to just see who wins Rookie of the Year in both respective leagues this year. I don't know. I don't know if Trace can keep up, but I'm personally gonna try to keep up with it though, and I'll be checking these ladders. And I think
Yeah,
what we'll do is we'll be updating as the weeks go, MVP odds, Rookie of the Year odds, and just looking at statistics and how they're doing. But I mean, I think next off we got to talk about arguably. Obviously, I'm biased. I'm going to tell you what I think the best moment of the first week of the open first best moment of the first week of the season. That was Dominic Smith's electric walk-off grand slam for the Atlanta Braves on Saturday. In the bottom of the ninth, the bases loaded. Dominic Smith hits a grand slam to bring home the W for the Braves. He is the first ever player in MLB history to hit a walk-off grand slam in his debut with a team. It was electric. Dominic Smith has been a great contact hitter, never a great power guy. Good on defense. He's just always been a good he's been a good supporting role player. He's never going to be the best on anyone's team, but he's always been good. Seeing him play with the Mets for a little while, playing against us, but I mean, and seeing him play with the Red Sox, I think it was last season. He's a great player, as most MLB players are. I mean, obviously, like to make the league, you have to be decent. I feel like, but I mean, just looking at it, like Dominic Smith was the last guy I was expecting to hit a walk off grand slam, and here we are. Trey, I know you saw it. I don't know what your thoughts were, but
no comment. That's Braves talk.
yeah, he's a hater. Anyways,
Oh, I'm a hater.
all right,
Y'all
but
spent years hating on us.
hey, man, hey, man, we'll still hate on you. All right. Oh, speaking of the Dodgers,
Shohei showing off to be elite. Uh, had a nice, beautiful pitching performance after his elbow injuries and all that. Recovering well, did really well. Only allowing a hit. 6 strikeouts.
across 6 innings, yeah.
Across 6 innings. Beautiful. I'm glad we're getting Shohei in his pitcher form and showing how versatile he is and reminding y'all of who he is. You know, of course, everybody's gonna cry and complain because we're the Dodgers, but nobody
I
said
think it's great. I think it's great for baseball. I mean, that's coming from a Braves fan. Uh, not what y'all do in the offseason. I think Shohei just pitching and hitting. Granted, like yeah, he's going to destroy everyone, and it's not going to feel great when he destroys your team. But I think it's just great for baseball. Just the fact that we're honestly people are just taking for granted. They're like, oh, all they do is talk about Shohei. Which yes, Shohei does get overglazed. I feel like we should not be treating him like he's a god like the MLB does. But I mean, like we're never going to see a player like this again. I doubt it. And if we do, I just don't think it's ever going to be of this caliber ever again. So, I mean, we really just got to soak it in. I think it's impressive. Again, his first start on the mound in the opening week of the season since 2023. So it's pretty cool to see him back out there and go do his thing. And also in that game, not only having great pitching performance, but also knocking in a single on 2 walks as well, showing his absolute versatility and why people call him the unicorn. Trey, I mean,
we're gonna three-peat.
oh buddy, and here we go. I mean, you've been watching Shohei for a while. What do you expect out of him this season? Where do you think his game you think the Dodgers are going to overwork him? What would you like to see out of him as a sample size, like innings pitched wise and strikeouts? You know.
I would like to see him go back to his form pre-injury, being consistent on a day-to-day basis when he's pitching. There's nothing much for me to complain about what we're doing right now.
No, not at all. Not at all.
You know, Yamamoto, Snell, everybody. I'm very confident. The only thing I have concerns with this team is that Roki Sasaki is not getting up there yet. He still needs to play the part, but with due
Yeah,
time, it'll hopefully come. So
I'm sure he'll be fine. I think you know, it's weird. You know, it feels like over the past few years we've been seeing these Japanese players just kind of cruise into the league so comfortably, like including Murakami, but also seeing that one pitcher on the Cubs. Why am I forgetting his name all of a sudden?
I just can't
Yeah,
pronounce his
yeah,
name.
and like Seiya Suzuki and obviously Shohei and Yamamoto. Like seeing these guys, it seems like they've just been cruising into the league. Like they get in there and all of a sudden it's like they're natural. And I think it's just we're all a little concerned that Roki is just not caught up. Um, Going in that offseason, him signing with the Dodgers, all of us were thinking like, wow, this
Another
is
ace.
this is the best pitching prospect we've seen out of Japan in a minute, winning multiple awards over there in the NPB. I'm pretty sure is the league he played for. And just overall, we saw his stuff was nasty in the 2023 WBC. Um, so I think everyone was just a little concerned. Well, not everyone, but Dodgers fans were definitely a little concerned just seeing how his performance was going. I think with due time, like you said, I think he'll be fine. And I think out of Shohei, I think even just like pitching down to like a 2.5, like around a 3 ERA maybe, like around 200, and maybe not 200, but like yeah, probably around 200, around 200 strikeouts, 150 to 200 would be just amazing. But then also like then again, you know, the Dodgers don't want to overwork him. This is their star player. They don't want to do what the Angels did when it felt like I think when he had about two major injuries over there with the Angels. They don't want to overwork him. He's obviously the key piece of that team, and literally the best player in the world. So I think just even seeing like 150 strikeouts and around like a 3 ERA would just be absolutely perfect and something that I think all you Dodgers fans could absolutely get behind. So yeah. And what's up we got here next? It's just a few other like super cool moments. You know, we're here to just kind of inform you all. Again, like I said, you know, we can't be posting every couple of days, but we can do weekly recaps. But yeah, I mean, looking at this, Mike Soroka getting an immaculate inning in his team debut, throwing for 10 strikeouts across 5 frames. So not even like 6 innings, 7, 8, 5 innings, grabbing the win for his team and setting a franchise record for most strikeouts in a team debut. But of course, the main talk is in the 5th inning. Soroka threw an immaculate inning, striking out Javi Baez, Kerry Carpenter, and Gleyber Torres on 9 pitches. And I mean, listen, we see immaculate innings a few times a season, but sometimes they are from random pitchers. But I mean, this I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't even sure if Michael Soroka was still necessarily in the league. I remember him coming back. I think it was what 2020. He came back from injury in 2023 with the Atlanta Braves after tearing his Achilles twice. And I remember he was doing pretty good. And then I remember he just kind of bounced around the league from there. I think from the White Sox. And now he's on the Diamondbacks. And this was not what I was expecting. I don't know about you, but I don't know if you ever saw Mike Soroka's stuff when he was in Atlanta. But yeah, he nasty, nasty stuff. And it's good to see him succeeding there. And just he looks comfortable in his own shoes again. Coming back from back to back Achilles tears is never easy for any athlete. So yeah, I mean, I'm obviously very impressed. I'm sure Trey probably is too. I think anyone throwing an immaculate ending is just something that's gonna be highly impressive. But to see it from him and what he's endured, it's very nice.
The next thing we have is Aaron Judge hits an ambulance, which is
Well,
crazy.
he hits a home run that hit an ambulance.
But
Let's not make it sound like he got in a car crash.
he hit an ambulance.
Tiger Woods.
Anyway, oh wow. In the fifth inning of the Giants Yankees, Giants Yankees games on Saturday, Judge hit a 383 foot home run that, yes, indeed, dent atop of a Giants themed ambulance.
It was pretty funny. It was a big dent too.
The homer was his second of the season, leading the Yankees to a 3-1 victory against the Giants.
Yeah, I saw the highlight, and I saw it hit the ambulance. And I didn't realize how big of a dent it was until I went and looked later, and a fan had taken a picture of it, and I mean, boy, I feel like if he had hit it any harder, that ball could have just gone through the ambulance. I mean, it was a big boy dent. I'll try to put a picture up somewhere for y'all if I can possibly, but I mean, it was. I mean, from at least from what I saw, maybe my memories kind of fail me here, but it looked like a pretty huge dent to me. And I mean, it was a baseball kind of coming. I think it was like 100 miles an hour off the bat exit velo. But I mean, Aaron Judge, props to him. He hit his third home run of the season today. I think hopefully he gets back on track soon because I drafted him first overall, and I don't need my superstar batting 150, respectfully. But again, he'll get back on track. He's second best in the league. Arguably could even make the case for the best in the league. He's still going to hit a 50 burger this season, so who knows. Still probably going to bat 300. Still going to put in the RBIs. He's still going to play the defense.
Do not care about that. Please do that in the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, I think, but, who knows if they even make the playoffs? They probably will. They're playing, that whole team's playing lights out right now. I mean, their team's averaging under, like, a 1 ERA as a team, which is just unreal. Going on from there, just Braves offense absolutely exploding last night for 17 runs randomly against the Diamondbacks. So the Diamondbacks getting mentioned twice here, and so the Braves. Only thing is the Braves get positive mentions, and the Diamondbacks are 50-50. Key contributors like Matt Olson going off for 3 RBIs on 2 doubles and a home run, and Money Mike, 2 RBIs on 2 hits. Help paving the way for a Braves victory over the Diamondbacks 17-2. Trey was probably just going to tell you no comment. So I'm here to tell you, I think we look amazing, especially considering what we did last season. I mean, 5-2. I think those 2 losses weren't great, though. I think the team just needs to be a little more consistent on just swinging the bat more, but I get it. We're in a era now where pitching is just absolutely dominating, but so is hitting at the same time. It's just everyone seems to be amazing. Sometimes you're going to see pitchers have the best night ever, and then sometimes they're just going to not have their stuff, and the offense is just going to be amazing. I think if this team really can just be a little more consistent on swinging their bats, this is a division winner back in the conversation once again, whether you like to admit it or not.
My thing is, I don't hate y'all like y'all hate us.
Fair enough.
We've went through the struggles. We've lost to cheating teams. We've lost to the Red Sox. We come around, get swept. We come around and lose with all this talent. Y'all hate on us. Then y'all make fun of us. Then we sign somebody and we start being in the wrong. And we actually go compete.
I don't think it's the fact that y'all are signing people. I never had a problem with that. I think it's just the whole deferring thing. But again, that's probably
be smart with your contract.
That's probably what a CBA is going to be next year. That's probably. And it's not even that I hate y'all. I don't hate the fans. I think I'm just not. I think what the front office is doing is just kind of unethical. But hey, that's an argument for another day. I think, but like really looking at it, getting off topic here, but like looking at it, this Braves team has the talent to absolutely be in contention for the division once again, and obviously make a playoff push.
If y'all could stay healthy, it'd be a great series.
And that's the thing is
that's the thing.
The pitching is struggling to stay healthy. Strider should be back though. Strider should be back. I think they said by May. And then Schwellenbach. I can't quite remember when he's going to return, but the Braves are feeling a little confident in Strider, which is good because I don't know who that guy we started against the Athletics was the other night, but he just, I don't know, he was not, he just didn't have the stuff that I was quite looking for. But everyone else is not looking not looking too bad. Chris Sale looks pretty good. Ronaldo Lopez looked good last night. Grant Holmes was doing pretty good until the defense kind of fell apart in that one inning and kind of threw off his excuse me, sorry, momentum. But I mean, this is if this team can stay healthy, this is again for the third time I feel like I'm saying this is the division winner, and this is a team that can absolutely compete. They have a chip on their shoulders. They have something to prove. This feels like a win now year coming off of that absolute disappointment of what was last season. I feel great so far, 5-2, and we'll talk about the Braves a little more later when we talk about when we go ahead and rank our top teams so far. Next up, Trey.
We have the first ABS game winner for the first time in MLB history on an ABS challenge as successfully ended the game. Just like a prank on April Fool's Day, the Orioles defeated the Rangers 8-3 on an overturned call, and originally the ball was made a 3-2 count. The Orioles catcher challenged and overturned the call to a strike, successfully ending the game.
And I know that manager was mad for the Rangers. I think is it still Bruce Bochy?
I believe so.
I think so. I'd be mad too. And it's funny seeing these. I want to talk about ABS here for a few minutes.
I like it.
I love it. I think there needs to be a couple changes made to it, but I've seen a lot of people that are not quite content with it. And here's my take on it. This is not ruining baseball. With a couple of changes, this can absolutely be the best thing the league has done. Here's my take. I'm going to try to find a picture of this pitch that was thrown to Acuna. I'm going to try to put it somewhere here on the screen. So this pitch here was thrown to Acuna. I think it was in the third. It was, or maybe I think it was. Okay, no, it was the first game, Braves opening game. It was pretty much a ball. Acuna challenged because it was called a strike. Lost the challenge because they called a strike. The only problem is the ball was barely in the zone. I understand that because it's technically touching the zone, that it has to be considered a strike. I disagree with that. I think it needs to be 50. And I get it. And people are probably going to hate this take. Whatever. Who cares? I think 50% of the ball needs to be in the zone because I don't want to like if a ball. I don't want to see a pitch come, and I call for it because it's called a strike, and I call for it because I think it's a ball, and literally the literal edge of the ball is touching the zone, so it's a strike. I don't like that.
Where I come in, I kind of like that. I think it's kind of cool.
I get it,
that you could be off by that much, and it just makes things fun and funny at the same time. So I kind of like that it's accurate that way.
I get it.
For the strike zone.
And maybe not even 50, maybe like even just 25. I think I should not be seeing the smallest sliver of a ball touching the zone and it's called a strike, but I get it. I mean, but again, these are rules that don't necessarily have to be made. It's just going to be like, if it's going to be like this, then that's okay. Because again, I like ABS. I like seeing the umpires get mad over their mistakes.
Yeah,
because they've been making these mistakes for a long time and they're finally getting called out over it. Like, I don't know what to say, man. Like, just be like that one umpire that consistently calls basically perfect games. I can't remember his name. I think he was the first umpire since ball tracking to call a perfect game in MLB history. But I'm just like, I love it. And people are going to hate on it. That's just how it is. There's going to be controversy of everything all the time. People are always going to argue. So again, where I stand, I think ABS is amazing, and I don't think they should change it. And I think here, looking at it, the last little fun little tidbit, I don't know if I'm using that word correctly, that we have here. Catchers have just absolutely made their presence known. I'm sorry. I may have farted, guys. It's okay. Don't worry about it. TMI. But like looking at it, catchers have actually made their presence known to start the season with players like Shea Langoliers and Drake Baldwin just absolutely showcasing their offensive talents. Langoliers is leading the league in home runs with 5, which is crazy because we ended up trading this guy to get Sean Murphy, which Sean Murphy is good, but it's complicated. And then Baldwin is also notched 3 home runs on a batting average of like 320 and 7 RBIs. But also looking at the catchers, they've had a very successful they've been very successful on ABS challenges with an overturn rate percentage of 64%, outperforming hitters who have a success rate at around 50%. You love to see it. I think just I love that this is basically open to everyone. Like the pitcher can challenge. Well, the pitcher can basically tell the catcher to challenge. The catcher can challenge. The hitter can challenge. I think it's great. I love it, and to see that the catchers are like, considering they're the ones that are, they're the ones that are, catching these pitches. I think it's great that they're have being so successful on these overturn calls, and I love to see it. Salvador Perez, I'm pretty sure, started his season to go 4 for 4 perfect on calls. So again, where you stand in terms of ABS and your catcher as well. I don't know how well Will Smith's been doing, but just you love to see it. Catchers getting recognition. We saw Cal Raleigh last year, his first ever 60 home run season for a catcher.
Would like him to do it again, please.
Yeah. It would even like to see him break the AL record, but I mean, right now it seems to be struggling a bit. But for the most part, catchers have just been put on notice since last year, and I love it. Drake Baldwin consistently rookie of the year, and he only played in like 90 something games. I feel like he was pretty much alternating with Sean Murphy. It didn't even and still won rookie of the year. I mean, he's just amazing. He can do it all. He can defense. He can play defense. He can frame pitches. He can hit for contact. He can hit for power. He's got a little bit of speed to him. Like he's Drake Baldwin. I think when it's I think if you give him like this season, he might honestly be a top 3, top 5 catcher in baseball. I don't even think that's a crazy take. I think the way he's playing right now, if I'm talking just based off this past week alone, he's arguably the second best catcher in baseball behind Shea Langoliers. I mean, Drake Baldwin's an absolute dog, and I feel like a lot of people were talking about him last year, but he just didn't get as much recognition as I would have liked. Like I think put some respect on this man's name. Drake Baldwin, an absolute dog, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, man. We love seeing it here in the ATL. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, Trey, if you had any other favorite moments, feel free. But I think so far the season's been a pretty big success. I've been having fun, and I know you've been having fun. Obviously, both of our teams seem to be doing pretty well right now. So, we hope to face this man in the playoffs. I'd love to get a rematch going. But yeah, I think now it's time to look at. I think it's time to stir up the controversy here a little bit. Trey isn't too happy with this, but I think I've compiled the what I think are to be the top 5, and here's where I stand. These rankings are not based off of last season. They're not based off of how I think the rest of the season will go. These are solely and specifically based on this past week of base. Sorry, this past week of baseball, and just that sample size alone. So just in this first week, these are what I think to be the top 5 best performing teams in baseball. I've got obviously the New York Yankees. The Yankees 5-1, playing great. The Atlanta Braves, obviously. The pitching down to 2 ERA. The offense is doing their thing. They're 5-2. The Astros, I have the Astros. The Astros are playing pretty well. I think they're performing a lot better than some people would have expected. The Brewers are playing great. They only have 1 loss. The Brewers are still doing their thing somehow. We count them out every single season. And finally, I have the Marlins. So big shocker that I don't even have the LA Dodgers here. And don't get me wrong, the Dodgers are playing great today. Last I checked, I mean, their score today against 13-6. The Dodgers very well could be here in the next episode. They probably will be. But as of right now, this is where I have them. I personally just think the Yankees, the Braves, the Marlins, the Brewers, and the Astros are just performing the best based off this first week alone. I mean, really looking at it, like I said, and getting the stats here too, I'm pretty sure I have them saved. Maybe I don't. Give me a moment here. Let me make sure I have these saved so I can kind of go through these real quick and just, make sure. Why do I not have? Give me a moment. Give me a moment, chat. I don't know why I said chat. Awkward silence. I don't know. Maybe we'll cue some copyright-free music here for the moment. You know, whatever. Who cares? Okay, so really looking at it, first off, like I mentioned earlier, Yankees are pitching below a 1 ERA. I wish I was kidding. As a team, as a bullpen and a starting rotation, they are pitching below 1 ERA. Huh?
I'm saving my thought. Keep going.
Saving a stop. Sorry. Sorry. I got bored there for a second. All right, so really looking at it, I mean, if you want to pull up the stats as well, real quick, actually, while I talk, actually, could you do that? Because I can't. Guys, I'm a little worn out here. We spent a good hour trying to figure out this new equipment, all for it just to figure out that we had the mics on the wrong channel and we had the reverb pretty much set up to max. So I'm a little worn out here. Trey's gonna pull up the stats basically, but realistically, like the Yankees again are pitching below 1 ERA. The Braves as a team are pitching to a 2 ERA. Braves just had a 17-run game. The offenses are playing great. The Yankees offense is playing great, and that's without Aaron Judge doing Aaron Judge things. Besides his 3 home runs, I mean his sample size. Really looking at it, if I'm looking at Aaron Judge here, I mean last I checked, he's batting like 157. Oh, right now he's batting 125, but that's also not updated, I don't think, from today's game. In about 6 games played. Before the home run today, he had 3 hits. 2 of those were home runs with an OPS of 535. So the Yankees offense has been playing amazing without Aaron Judge. Looking at their past, looking at the games they've played so far today, today they beat the Marlins 8-2. So hey, the Marlins might even be knocked off this list when it's all said and done. But I mean, if you're really looking at this team, they're 6-1, and in their game so far, 8 runs, 5 runs, 5 runs, 1 run, which isn't great, 3-3 and 7. So I mean, just one of the more well-rounded offenses. They're putting up good numbers. The Marlins, as a team, are also putting up good numbers. I'm pretty sure their batting average as a team last I checked was pretty high as well. They got a lot of young studs in Miami. The question is, can they keep them? No. They've never been able to do that. So why even ask that question? Well, I don't know. Maybe it's for the sake of um not involvement. I don't know what I was gonna say, guys.
Is that it?
Um no, so sorry. For the sake of engagement, we can possibly talk about the Marlins being a super team one day, even though it's never gonna happen. But for the sake of engagement bait, because we love engagement here on this podcast, be sure to leave down a comment down below of anything that we discussed today. We love to reply to your comment and get back to you. And again, be sure to follow random, but be sure to follow us on our socials. We'll have that kind of posted up here somewhere in a graphic at Take Twins Podcast Official on Twitter, and I'm pretty sure it's the same for X. I mean, not X, Instagram. And obviously go follow us on our Spotify as well. All the links are down in the description below. Just feel free to reach out to us, DM us, whatever. But yeah, I mean, looking at it, we're gonna go through and we're gonna rank what we think in order is the from the worst to the best based off this week alone, not based off how they're gonna be, not based off of last season. So Trey, I hope you've kind of been looking at some stats here and these team performances. So honestly, out of these 5, the Yankees, the Braves, the Astros, and the Brewers, and the Marlins, I'm gonna have you rank this actually.
I like the way it's ranked right now, to be honest with you.
I mean, I don't really have them in order. You think this is good though?
Yeah, I like the order of it. It makes sense to me.
So from worst to best, where do you say?
Oh, from worst to best. Okay, I was gonna start from best to worst. All right, from worst to best, I have the Marlins starting out low. They low-key have had a cupcake schedule so far, and they've played the White Sox, and they've played. What else did they play?
I think they played the. Did they play the Rockies?
Yeah, they played the Rockies and the White Sox.
Yeah, nope, he's right.
So there's nothing really I could really gas them up like
They
that.
just played their hardest opponent today, playing the Yankees. Yeah,
And they lost, so I'm not really. That's why they're ranked low. The Brewers, however, will be the second worst because
They've also kind of had a cupcake schedule.
And we always, I know he's like, oh, this is not how it's gonna be for the future of the season. The Brewers always do this to us. You know, they look strong, like a good team. Last year they were ranked pretty high, and they go to the playoffs and they get knocked off right away. That is why I have them at third spot.
That can't be the reason, though. We're not allowing that. That's based off the sample size of this week alone, but even then, I'm still putting them at 4. I think, again, they played the White Sox, but the only reason they get the edge, I think, is because the Rays. I think the Rays are just slightly better of a team.
The teams they played. The Astros, they've looked like they're going to be a solid. They look to be a solid team so far.
They've played the Angels and the Red Sox again.
That's not really speaking on much, to be honest with
you.
you.
I mean, their pitching staff hasn't looked the strongest, but they look to be holding their ground against the Red Sox right now, who have consistently had a pretty decent offense over the past few years. But again, I think I just put them higher strictly just because they've played slightly better opponents.
2 Braves.
Yeah.
Nothing much.
I think this is it's simple as that, and you could honestly even put the Astros above the Braves just based off of talent they've played. Again, but I think I got to give them the edge here as well, just because the offense has played so very well, and the Royals at the end of the day, I think the Royals can again make a playoff push. I think last year was just kind of like their fluke, and they struggled because I don't think they made it last year if I'm correct.
1 Yankees. Great pitching.
Simple.
Look pretty good.
Again,
Fried is
pitching
dominating.
Below
pitching is
1 ERA.
The first series they've looked good without Judge. Judge then comes around, starts homering more, so I think he'll be locked in. He normally sort of sucks for a week to a month, and then he'll get.
And then all of a sudden he's the best player in baseball, so I'm not too concerned. I agree though. I think I do like that ranking. I think Marlins just the talent pool they've played. Going to the Brewers, the Astros, the Braves, again, I think it's simply just based off who's played the better teams. But granted, I think the Yankees and the Braves are about right there on that level in terms of what the Yankees played the Giants and they played someone else. The Yankees played the Giants and the Mariners. So I think that's why I got to give the Mariners actually the edge. Or the Yankees the edge, obviously. Because the Mariners honestly have struggled offensively, I think, so far to start the season. But at the end of the day, it's the Mariners, and they're still a great team, great pitching staff. Yeah. So there's our rankings. I'm going to try to put them up here. Again, I'm trying to make the editing a lot more visually appealing for you all. Because everyone knows that we all like stimulation. Everyone loves stimulation. Because if it was just us talking, that can tend to be boring. I get it. I'm highly ADHD. So I'm trying to make things more entertaining and visually appealing. But other than that, I think that's it for the MLB. I mean, personally, I'm excited for the season. We all know this guy's excited for the season. They're probably gonna go for a three-peat anyways. But anything else you have really before we end off this segment? You got any things you would like to see this season? Any
No.
You wouldn't like to see anything?
It's just going to be the same result.
And what does that look like to you?
I'm pretty sure that ends with another banner around this time. Another ring ceremony around this time.
Another MVP for Shohei, probably. Unfortunately.
That's going to get on my nerves next. I understand he's on my team. It's just like the same thing with the NBA. Please don't make this a reoccurring theme.
Here we go. SGA, Jokic, SGA, Giannis, Jokic, Wemby, SGA, Jokic, Giannis. Saquon up the middle. AJ Brown deep ball. Incomplete. Punt. And guess what? The punt is still the most effective.
All right. Now let's head into March Madness. The Final Four is set. UConn, Illinois.
That's the first bottle down.
Michigan, Arizona. Who we got?
All right, so I think the betting lines right now are favoring Michigan and Illinois. And here's where it gets confusing. Because while the betting lines, yes, favor Michigan and Illinois, it's still crazy because Michigan and Arizona still have the two highest percentages and chances to win March Madness, and they have to play each other. So it gets tricky here. Looking at Michigan, listen, man, it's not one of my proudest takes. I don't know if I said it on an episode. It's not one of my proudest takes, but I'm going to tell you what I said. I personally thought out of the 4 first seeds that Michigan, I think, in my opinion, I thought was the most fraudulent. And not fraudulent as, oh, like they're awful. They're the worst 1 seed ever. No, fraudulent in the fact is they looked beatable.
That didn't even come off as a bad take at the time.
It wasn't a terrible take at the time. It's aged like spoiled milk now. But at the time, they looked beatable. They had lost the Big Ten championship to Purdue. They barely even made it, almost losing to Ohio. They lost to Indiana. Or not, they didn't lose to Indiana. They almost lost to Indiana. And they barely beat another team as well. Like, this team looked beatable. Excuse me. They lost to Duke. Like, this wasn't a terrible take. I don't think at the time. Now it's awful. It's aged awfully. Looking at this team, they've just been consistent. They've been strong. Their defense has been great. Their offense has been great. They've just been producing, and they've just been winning, man. They knocked off Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Nerd, Steph Blurry, whatever you want to call him, my goat of the tournament. They knocked them off, man, and they killed St. Louis. They killed Tennessee. Like, Michigan looks like that team. So all that said, give me Arizona. Yeah,
You're not me. You're not me.
Y'all weren't expecting that. Nah. I'm not even trying to beat you. I'm trying to do a switch up. Y'all weren't expecting to switch up. I'm taking Arizona. I think Arizona looks great. Yeah, listen, you can make the case that Arizona beat Arkansas, and Arkansas only had, like, they only have one guy. Don't care. Arizona looks like that team. They've looked like that team the entirety of the tournament. I was strong on Arizona going into the tournament. I like their chances. Give me Arizona and give me... This is hard. See, I don't know where to go from here. Illinois is great. UConn is great. I think UConn's coming off. Again, I know it's been a week, so it's kind of hard to tell, but UConn's coming off that... Oh boy, he's not ready. He's sorry, I'm not ready. He's ready. Look at him. UConn coming off that insane, basically buzzer beater against Duke. He'll talk about that in a moment. I think I'm gonna take Illinois. I'm gonna go with an Arizona-Illinois national championship. Give me Arizona to win, and all my brackets I put my score prediction as 150 in total. Give me Arizona to win 78-72 against Illinois.
All right, here's what I got. Between Illinois and UConn, I'm taking UConn. UConn has, dare I even say it, I agree at this moment. Momentum.
He doesn't like the argument of momentum in March Madness.
Which I like it. It just depends. It just whoever's the better team, whoever plays the hardest, it wins in my book. But I'm taking momentum here. I'm taking Dan Hurley and the boys. I'm taking UConn, a great coach team that's going to take down Illinois.
The ref killers.
Illinois better act like they've been here before if they want to have a chance of beating UConn. With that being said, after the momentum and the way these boys play, I'm taking UConn. Another time for UConn to go up in, to the finals and see if they can go win another one. Here's whatever. For Arizona and Michigan, I think I'm going to have to agree. I'm going to take Arizona. Arizona looks like the best team. They've played hard. They've went through everything. They look like they're a well-coached team. And I think that they are going to be the next powerhouse to cut down the nets. And I think that they're going to be a problem for years to come from. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking the upset. Give me Michigan. Give me back to old school. Give me back to the Fab Five. This Michigan team, there's something different in the air. This Michigan team looks different. I'm taking an old classic.
What is
team,
this, bro?
Team versus team.
You see what he's doing? He's copying my flow, bro. He's copying my flow. He's copying my flow, bro. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's copying my flow.
with my Duke Blue
Nah.
Devils,
He's copying
and
my
I'll
flow.
be
But
switching.
hey,
Go
listen,
Blue.
hey man,
Give me
listen, hey
Michigan.
man, listen. Hey,
New Fab
whose side
Five.
y'all taking? Y'all taking me or y'all taking him, bro?
New Fab
Type
Five.
down Arizona in the comments for me. Type down Michigan in the comments for
New
Trey.
Fab
I
Five.
think I did it first.
New Fab Five.
Nah, and that's not even a bad take though. I can't even lie.
Let's get a new Fab Five.
I feel like at this point, I mean, genuinely speaking, I think this game is a toss-up. I think both games are obviously, but I think Arizona and Michigan just seems like such a toss-up. I feel like
Give me Michigan to win it all.
I feel like anyone could really come out of this game, and it's like, well, I mean, at this point, no one has a perfect bracket. Who even cares anymore? At this point, we're just watching for fun. Like, at this point, we're just here to have fun, bro. Michigan wins, that's cool. Arizona wins, that's cool. They're both very amazing, respected teams that obviously they're great. They made it here in the first place. Out of 64 teams, they are the last, technically 68. These are the last four standing. Any four of these teams have a case to win the championship. They can absolutely make it here. But yeah, like I said, I'm taking Arizona, and he said he's taking Michigan. So let me know who y'all got in the comments. You Team Avery or Team Trey, type down Arizona in the comments for me. Michigan in the comments for Trey. Go Wildcats.
But this would not be any other thing if we didn't have me crash out for a solid couple minutes, because sickening. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what happens when you keep your foot off the gas? You start to slow down. And when you slow down,
that's how a car works.
You start they know. You start to slow down and you start to stop eventually. And that is what my Duke Blue Devils did. And that was that was just heartbreak. Not only that, but to lose to a team like UConn that has, I think, they have more of something over us. I forgot. I gotta go back and fact check that. I'll get back to that another time. But to see a historic battle between two classic teams and two blue bloods, and for them to hit a game winner like that from a logo, that was sickening and it hurt. And I'm not here to bash on my teammates or my teammates. My team or my players on the team. But Caden Boozer, the crazy part is all he had to do is just hold on to the ball, get fouled, knock down the free throws.
Yep.
We're arguably playing against Illinois. We could maybe we beat Illinois, and it's a different story.
Probably.
I don't know. This would have came down. I knew classic Duke. Everybody's gonna glaze and be like, "Oh, it's another Duke choke artist, another Duke sell."
The difference is this one was totally preventable.
Now hold on. Now y'all want to talk about my team when y'all are at home watching your teams, probably who didn't even make it, but you're talking about my team choking. So let's get this straight. Y'all can't talk about a blue blood like that when y'all team can't even show up. Now I'm not talking to Michigan fans or Arizona fans, anybody in the Final Four. Good for y'all. UConn fans, I'll tip my hat to y'all. Y'all deserve it. Y'all fought hard. Y'all hit a game-winning shot. That's what happens when you take your foot off the gas. You slow down and you eventually stop. And that is what we shouldn't have done. Hold on to the ball. And the next thing, when you see somebody shoot from that, you got to put a hand up.
That's what his Instagram handle is.
I won't be getting the Instagram handles because Isaiah Evans is a dog, but y'all got to put a hand up and contest the shot.
I get it. The shot looked improbable. It did. Right. We were watching that live.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
The shot looked improbable. Still, got to get a hand up, man. I mean, what's the point of defense if you're just going to stand there and watch him? Like, come on, man. There's no.
I understand they wasn't hitting threes like the game. That's like understandable, but like it's whatever. That's all I really got for what I got to say.
I mean, yeah. Listen, man. Nonetheless, it's been an exciting tournament as always. I don't think this one has been one of the most exciting, but at the end of the day, it's March Madness. How can you not have fun? I mean, understandably so. You know, my team got absolutely killed in the first round, and his team lost in very disappointing fashion. But at the end of the day,
need to get into women's basketball.
Sorry. All right, sorry.
All right.
As a I'm tweaking, bro. As yo, 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 yo,
As we
yo,
get into deeper
yo,
into the
yo.
into where the national championship goes, you know,
Oh my god.
we'll see.
Guys,
We'll
I'm
see who comes out on top.
so yo. Oh, I'm tweaking, bro. All right, yo, let's move on to the next segment,
All
bro.
right, we're
Move on
heading
to
to
the
the
next
NBA.
segment. Let's go to the NBA, bro.
Can you just inform us on what the Wizards did?
Okay, so I I try to do as much research on this as possible. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly happened here. So allegedly, what had happened is, I guess, in some sort of April Fool's prank. Um, it was a scripted prank took place on, well, April Fool's, April 1st. Where against the 76ers, where a fan was actually part of the performance and in on the joke. So basically, they had a fan. By the way, this fan was actually a part of the team staff and knew it was going to happen, knew it was going to be scripted. So a fan was blindfolded for a half court shot attempt to win 10 grand. He missed a shot completely, but the team mascots and in arena hosts celebrated and presented the man with a giant fake check. Moments later, it was revealed that it was a prank, and the check was taken back. Now, here's what happened: it was initially caused like it received insane backlash on social media. So I'm looking at my phone here because I'm still kind of like I'm still trying to understand the situation. So apparently, it faced huge backlash on the internet, which I saw nothing about this, causing the Wizards to issue an apology statement the next day, apologizing for the stunt, and they confirmed that all the participants were in on the prank. Like, it wasn't an actual fan; he was in on it. He knew it was happening. But I guess because of this, as compensation, while the fan didn't receive the 10 grand. The reports are that they received autographed jerseys and courtside tickets for the following season, which is just crazy. So I guess it was very poorly received because a lot of people did not understand the fact that this was a
I'm
scripted
sorry.
prank.
I'm sorry. What? Courtside tickets
Okay.
and autographed jerseys.
So the fans, I guess, did not. A lot of them watching at home did not realize that this was scripted. They thought this was a real thing, and they thought that the team actually screwed the fan into $10,000. Um, and they just wanted to celebrate. According to them, they wanted to celebrate the day. And so after issuing a formal apology, it was designed to entertain the crowd, I guess. Like it literally says here, the fan was actually a plant, a member of the team's performance staff, or a friend of the organization who was fully aware of the script. But I guess all the fans were so upset because they didn't know at the time that they basically forced the team to issue an apology statement, and the guy got autographed jerseys and season tickets out of it. Which, I mean, it's the Wizards, so who really wants to get season tickets? But hey, you know,
Give it to a little kid. Give it to me. I'll take it.
you want Wizards season tickets?
Depends who they play. I'll see a ball.
Don't lie.
Yes. If they play the Lakers or something, yeah, I'll go to it. I'll go to it. Maybe
just to see a game.
Maybe Bear will drop another.
Yeah, just to see the Lakers win 156-90.
It'll make me feel better.
Ooh. Listen, man. At the end of the day, I'm just like, I get why they had to apologize, why they had to give that guy compensation.
Give him
No
compensation.
idea.
Give me compensation.
No idea. You'll get out of here, bro.
Fool's prank.
All right.
I'll do it.
Understanding why they had to give him compensation, I could not tell you why. But honestly, let's just move on. Happy April Fools to everyone. This is being recorded a few days after, so we don't have a prank for y'all. Fortunately, if we had recorded this earlier, we would have gone all out, bro. But anyways, let's move on to our next topic of Bill Russell being the greatest NBA player of all time. Don't you agree? Don't you agree?
Of course, I agree.
I mean, 11 rings.
Actually, no, I disagree. It's Brian Scalabrine.
Yeah, okay. But like, I gotta tell you, like, even Wilt Chamberlain, I feel like could be considered for this. I mean, I get it. He only won 2 rings, and sure, like 50 points per game, and he only had 4 50-point games in his entire playoff career. But I mean, come on, man. Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russ. I can't even say it. So the straight face. I'm sorry. Okay, listen. There we go. Happy April Fools, everybody. That was our prank. It was. I don't know. I came up with that on the spot, low key. I couldn't do that with a straight face, bro. I couldn't. Nah, don't worry. I don't have Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain anywhere near my top 50. Bill Russell could be top 50. That's a combo for another day.
Yeah.
We didn't say that for another day, low key. But anyways, I mean, looking at next part here, play-in tournaments around the corner. Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting all hyped up for this. This team's whoever makes a play is just gonna lose in the first round, anyways. Who cares, bro?
Said the play-in was around the corner and got excited.
You know that one meme with the guy behind the tree with the yellow jacket. You know what I'm talking about?
Bro really got excited.
Nah, low key. I mean, really looking at it, who is gonna make the play-in tournament? And I haven't looked at the standings
Wow,
since.
the 76ers are moved up one spot to 6.
I mean, it's really
And
gonna be
the
between
Raptors are 7.
the Raptors and the Hornets. Actually, okay, I can't lie.
Okay,
The
I
play-in
can't lie.
the
play-in
play-in
is gonna
tournament in
be
the
a
Eastern Conference
banger.
might actually
Be a
be
banger.
exciting. In the Western Conference,
Yeah, that's going to be the greatest.
who
of all
cares?
time, man.
Who cares? I mean, it looks like it's the Trailblazers and the Suns. Who cares?
Huh?
Who? Yo,
Why are y'all winning?
yo, who? Yo,
Hey,
Drew Holiday working absolute miracles over there in Portland right now, bro.
Yo, Dame didn't even come back yet.
Drew Holiday, I mean, he's averaging 16 a game, 6 assists, while shooting 45% from the field. I mean,
we
he's
just
not
talk
terrible.
about the Hawks moving up to 5.
Yo, the Hawks, bro. Things are listen, man. I switch over to being a Lakers fan, and all of a sudden, like the Hawks become the best team ever. Not actually, but you get what I'm saying. I mean, look, man, the Hawks are playing great. Jalen Johnson has been a dog all season. Nikhil Alexander Walker has been a dog all season. I told y'all Trae Young was the problem. I told everyone Trae Young was the problem. And yeah, listen, while the trade didn't work out the way I wanted it to, getting CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert wasn't quite where I wanted that deal to land. But at the end of the day, CJ McCollum's been a very good supporting player. He's been doing his thing. Jonathan Kuminga's come over from the Golden State Warriors, and he's been doing his thing, including like basically a full court shot out of random. Huh? Yeah, I know. The team's just been doing their thing. And at first I was looking like, give them a minute, see how they do. They play pretty easy teams. After seeing them beat the Celtics convincingly, by the way, they started Jaylen Brown and Derek White. After seeing them win convincingly and seeing them beat the Magic as well, I'm convinced that this team can make a Western Conference Finals push. Crazy. It sounds like a crazy take. I know.
Well, I wanted my Lakers Hawks take. Well,
I'm not concerned about the OKC game. Really staying with the Hawks here just for another minute real quick, though.
All right.
I just like this team. I think this team, if they get absolutely hot, they got about 5 games left to close out the season. This is a team that can make a Western Conference Finals push if they stay hot. It's hard. They got to get through either the Pistons or the Celtics. They're gonna have to get through someone, and it's not gonna be easy. But this is a team that looks good. This is the best we've seen the Hawks play since since that Western Conference. Not West. Am I been saying Western this whole time?
Wow, I just caught on to that.
Wow.
Conference Finals against the Bucks. Or 6.
I've been saying Western this whole time. I apologize. Guys, it's late, man. It's 9:10. We're recording this a lot later than we wanted to because of technical difficulties. Anyways, so yeah, Eastern Conference. This is the strongest Hawks team we've seen since that Eastern Conference Finals appearance against the Bucks back in 2021. I keep saying sorry, guys. I'm trying to. My brain's fried at this point of the day.
That's fine.
So we're here to just have fun at this point. Am I right, guys? So yeah, I mean, looking at this Hawks team, they can make a push. I feel great about what they can do. And for as in terms of the Lakers, I'm not concerned. I don't know, has Luka's MRI come back positive? Did they do that today? I'm not quite sure. For those of you who don't know, last night in the Lakers game against OKC,
He's
um,
gonna miss the remainder of the regular season,
Luca will miss the remainder of the regular season.
and
Will he be
they're
clear?
uncertain about beyond the regular
Bro,
season. So
this
there goes my Lakers and
yeah,
Hawks finals.
this might kill the momentum there because post divorce Luca was unlike any player that I've seen in my lifetime. I mean, I don't know what I was witnessing for this past month.
So we can take that out.
It only makes sense that he got injured, bro. This only makes sense. I mean, the man put up the most lethal numbers I've seen in my entire lifetime. It only makes sense. But I think the Lakers could possibly still be fine. I think Austin Reeves is just gonna have to carry a little bit more heavier of a workload. LeBron's gonna have to do his thing. Marcus Smart's been
stop eating chocolate chip cookies and
Yo.
stop so he won't drop 13 points.
shout out to Bob.
Just kidding, just kidding, LeBron. I love you.
Shout out to Bob Does Sports with a W video with LeBron.
LeBron hooked me up with a jersey.
LeBron, if he's doing his thing, Marcus Smart, if he keeps doing his thing, this team still looks good. I think that Marcus Smart signing way earlier in the offseason was just a
That
really
paid
great
off.
thing for the team. So really, if we're looking at it, I think who's prepped to make a run. Let's start with the obvious teams: Pistons and Celtics. Obviously, the Knicks, I think, are going to make a run. They aren't as strong, I feel like, as they were last year, but we saw what they did last year. The fans are going to have their backs. The fans are going to be a bunch of psychopaths, just like Phillies fans, and I'm all for it. Not as a diss. I love the craziness of Knicks fans. I love what you guys are doing. Keep doing it. And then other teams that I think can make a run, obviously the Hawks. I think the 76ers possibly if the defense can lock in. And then in terms of the West, I think the Thunder, the Spurs, I think the Lakers still have a chance. I think the Timberwolves can possibly make a run, honestly. And the Nuggets, I don't know about. I'm on the fence with the Nuggets. I just can't. I can't decide if I think the Nuggets will win the whole thing or if they will be eliminated in the first two rounds, and I'm on the fence. I think that's a conversation we'll have at the end of the season, but for now, I'm kind of on the fence. But those are teams I think could be prepped to make a big run. I don't know about you if you have any other sleeper teams really. But I think other than that, I mean, really, I want to talk about this.
Get rid of 65 game rule right now.
I want to talk about this 65 game rule. I'm so tired of this. This is absolute.
Now, hear me out.
Bull.
We had a whole Vegas Supersonics expansion draft. We don't have enough time for that. That will be scrapped to later. We'll have a fun episode planned based next time. That don't matter. Can we get rid of this rule?
It's the dumbest rule ever.
This was the one chance we had of getting a new MVP. Wembanyama, you are the saving grace right now.
And yet, I don't even think he should be winning it, if I'm going to be honest. And we're going to get into that. We're going to get that in a little bit. Here's where I stand. There are 82 games in a season. In what world does a player need to be playing in 65 games to be eligible for any awards? Because now Cade Cunningham and Anthony Edwards are officially out.
I can tell you why. SGA, Luka. SGA, Giannis, Luka, SGA, Giannis, Luka, Jokic. It's the same MVPs. That's why. Because they know they're going to stay healthy every single year. And of course, God forbid somebody gets a collapsed lung. I don't know what Ant. I forgot what happened.
Ant's just, I don't know what's going on with him. I haven't kept up with that lately. Although I thought it was pretty funny that he didn't start that game the other day because he was taking a poop. I saw that.
That was hilarious.
That was pretty funny. It's just I love how relatable it was. Anyways, off topic. Anthony Edwards and Cade Cunningham are now ineligible for any awards because they are not going to be able to reach the 65 game mark. I think this is the dumbest thing of all time. I do. I don't get it. There are 82 games in a season. In what world does a player need to play 65?
I hate to have to interrupt this, but for a little women's March Madness thing, a little update. South Carolina women's basketball beat UConn, and UConn was undefeated.
See, I told you South Carolina's going to win, bro. I knew it. I knew it. I called it. This team was too good. Bro, who's their coach? Dawn Staley. I was about to say Doc Rivers for some reason. Speaking of which, I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame. But again, this is a conversation for another day. Actually. Okay, anyways, Dawn Staley, amazing coach. What she's been able to do at South Carolina is impressive. Yo, I don't. Doc Rivers, bro. Come on. I want all the smoke, bro. Let's go. Come on. Bring it. Let's go. I want all the smoke. I don't care, bro.
I do not consent to any of this.
I want all the smoke.
I
I'm
have
looking
nothing
at
to
you,
do with
Doc
this. I
Rivers.
got nothing to do with
Bring
this.
it.
Doc Rivers. Just give me a Giannis
right.
jersey.
Look, all right. So, here's the thing. Okay, here's where I stand. Okay, there's no world where a player needs to be playing 65 games to be eligible for any award, because here's what it causes. It causes players to rush. It causes players to rush back from injury, only making things worse. It causes confusion and controversy in the NBA, and it's just stupid. I don't know what else you want me to say. I don't have any other reasons. There shouldn't be any other reasons. It's just stupid. Like, I get it. 50 may be too low. Maybe around 55. I think 55 to 56. 55, anywhere from like 55 to even like 58, I think would just be significantly better.
Bro, just get rid of the rule. There's no need. If somebody gets injured, like, I understand.
No, we can't get rid of the rule entirely.
No.
There needs to be a plane. Because what if we have Giannis have the most legendary first week we've seen of all time, and then he just gets injured? You're gonna tell me, and he gets injured the rest of the season. You're gonna tell me he's the MVP?
No, but y'all can.
And that should be in the conversation.
No, but y'all can make it like fair. Like, if somebody gets
there
injured,
needs to be
who votes for this?
Commission.
Yeah, then the commission needs to bring players out that don't play, that only play in like less games. Like,
you've been seeing those memes where it's like how the all NBA team is gonna be looking after the 65 game rule. It's gonna be like pods. And it's gonna be like,
I've seen that.
Kawhi
Dylan
Leonard,
Brooks.
Dylan Brooks.
Like, bro.
Also, again, off topic, but I found apparently there's an account on Twitter that made a post and they said, I will not be posting again until Pods drops 30. They have still yet to drop. They have still yet to post, by the way. It's been since November. So, yeah.
Yeah, can we just like this rule is I think just get rid of it. Like, make things like, that's the problem with sports. Y'all don't make things balanced. And
No. A minimum set of games is absolutely balanced. I think anywhere from 55 to 58, not even 50. I think anywhere from like 54 to like 56 would be significantly better. It's the same thing in baseball. A player needs to at least play 110, 120 games to be qualified. It's reasonable. I think for the NFL, I think they need to play at least, what, isn't it like, I think they need to play at least 14 weeks? 13?
Staying healthy isn't easy, is what I'm saying.
I get it, but in football, it's a lot easier because you have a whole week to recover. It's different for the NBA, where you have literally like maybe one day to recover and from minor injuries and stuff that can grow and grow and grow. 65 games is stupid. Everyone here is probably agreeing with me. Everyone who's watching this video, everyone in the league, everyone and their mom agrees. 65 game rule is dumb. Anthony Edwards should be eligible for an all NBA team. So should Cade Cunningham, because here's my point. Cade Cunningham has worked so hard, and just for what? For pretty like what? He's not gonna be eligible for anything now. At this point, he's got to hope that the Pistons can win the finals, because that's pretty much the only award he's going to be getting now, which I think is so highly unfortunate. Because don't get me wrong, the Pistons are a top 5 team without Cade. I think the Pistons still finish somewhere in the top 5. But the Pistons do not finish first place without Cade Cunningham. I don't see it happening. I don't see a world where that happens. I see a world where they finish top 3, top 5. I don't see a world where they finish 1. And don't get me wrong, Jalen Duren is great. The defense is good. The offense does their thing. They've got a good cast of play. They've got a good supporting cast of players. But every team needs their superstar, and Cade Cunningham is that superstar. He was averaging like 29 points per game on like 10 assists, 11 assists. Dude was balling out this season. I'm hoping he's gonna be back for playoffs. I love seeing him play. It's great. It's great for the sport of basketball. It's great to see someone. It's great to be able to talk about other people other than just the typical. Obviously, as we've mentioned,
Global
aforementioned
stars.
SGA and Jokic. But like he's not gonna be eligible for anything now because I don't know the stupid rule.
All right.
So
Um, that's really all we got. That's
I
that
think
rant.
so. Yeah, I think
Take us into the Masters.
honestly, and this is not much to talk about really. It doesn't even. I didn't even think about the. Like, I mean, it starts next weekend.
We got time for it.
I think the
Well,
question
we
is,
got time.
will
So.
Tiger Woods participate?
No, he ain't participating. He going to a mental facility. He said it himself.
Oh, is he actually?
Yes.
I didn't see
He's
that.
getting himself right. He was not guilty. He's good.
Oh, buddy,
He's fleeing outside. He's gonna get himself right.
that's good.
Now,
Praying for Tiger.
to end off, we do not have WWE this week because I will have to play catch up. WrestleMania is in a couple weeks. We will get to that later. Predictions will be coming. But what I did want to focus on is since we didn't have our typical anniversary episode of actually filming, I am going to at least pencil something down for us to make a fun little episode eventually.
All right.
Just a one-off fun episode. We just do something fun. But we got a little anniversary segment for y'all. We're gonna start off with our favorite episodes.
Episode 4, all time.
The one with the Jacob
No
Fatu
debate.
and all that.
No
the
debate.
WWE.
No debate.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
No debate.
That's
That wasn't gonna be a debate, bro. If y'all haven't watched the fourth ever episode, go watch it. Elite. Go watch it on YouTube
thumbnails are
specifically.
so elite. The thumbnails are elite.
Go watch it on YouTube specifically because on Spotify we didn't know how to add in video at the time, so it's audio only. But if you even just look at the cover, it's elite, bro.
It's so hilarious. That's my favorite one.
It's
Um,
great.
Next, we have where we see ourselves in the future.
We're gonna grow. I don't see anything but. I think we're gonna grow.
Millions of subscribers on YouTube.
We're gonna
getting
have.
a plaque
I want to
hung up.
have hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions. I want to be huge. I want this podcast to be something that starts with all our friends watching from school, and that starts with y'all, bro. We're gonna try to get this podcast out there more on socials. I need to make our Twitter. We need to make our Twitter account public. I need to, we have to figure that out because, I don't know.
Everybody, just tap in with us. Everybody that's in school, I'm gonna need y'all to watch a couple of adults or teachers that we know. Please spread our podcast out there. I know of a great person that can help us out with
I
that.
can't snap.
And yeah. The next thing I have, it was supposed to be questions from people in our school, what they think or about our podcast. I'll get to that eventually. So, I thought I had a couple of sets of questions about, what we go through on our daily basis. If you want to broaden it out to the people. If not, we'll just...
I'm just a guy.
Yeah, I mean...
right now I'm just kind of, I'm just doing school. I'm doing my thing. I'm getting good grades, and
This is a job. This is like a job.
This is my job.
This is my job.
My job is to be here
I know
basically
my job.
week in and week out. Next week, we'll
on
try to
spring
have an episode out for y'all. So yeah, next week we'll try to have an episode out for y'all. I'm gonna be in New York, so we will see. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm gonna be in New York for the week, but everyone, all of our friends who is watching, we hope you'll have a blessed spring break, and anyone who's watching a blessed spring break, have fun. School's gonna be out soon, man. So we're just having fun right now. You mean Trey, class of 2027, which means we are gonna be seniors soon. And don't worry, this podcast is gonna continue. We're not going anywhere.
Bro, this gonna go until we old.
Yeah, nah, we gonna be doing this for a long time, man. So, thanks for tapping in with us. I think that's about all we have for today. We're having fun, man. We're here. This is the Take Twins podcast. I don't know if you have anything else to say. All right, well, signing off. I'm your co-host, Avery Gibson.
I'm your host, Trey Riddick.
We will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.